Hello guys, trust you're doing fantastic. In today's video, let's talk about binary multiplication. Now the first thing we need to do is to go through the multiplication rules, which says 0 multiplied by 0 is going to be 0, 0 times 1 is going to be 0, 1 times 0 is going to be 0, and 1 multiplied by 1 is going to be 1. Alright, so this is very straightforward. This is similar to what you do in your regular multiplication using your decimal values. Right, so this is what we're going to do. Now the question says, example 1, what is 1011 base 2 multiplied by 111 base 2? This is what we're going to do. Now we know the equivalent of this value in decimal. We also know the equivalent of this value in decimal. Later on, we're going to do something to check if the operation we have carried out in multiplication is correct. Now the first thing we need to do, we say this is the larger number, which is 1011 multiplied by 111. Now let's go. We start with the last value from the right. So we say 1 multiplied by 1, according to the rules, it's 1. 1 multiplied by 1 gives us this 1. 1 multiplied by 0 gives us 0. 1 multiplied by this 1 gives us 1. Now we shift to the next bit. We say 1 multiplied by 1, the value is going to be directly under the second bit. So 1 multiplied by 1, we're going to get 1 at this point. 1 multiplied by 1, we're going to get 1 at this point. 1 multiplied by 0, we're going to get 0 at this point. Then 1 multiplied by 1, we're going to get 1 at this point. Now we're done with the second bit. Now let's carry out the operation with the third bit. We're going to say 1 multiplied by 1, it's going to give us 1 under the third bit. 1 multiplied by 1, it's going to be 1. We have it on the third row. Then we have 1 multiplied by 0. We have it written here, 0. And then 1 multiplied by 1, we have it written here, 1. Now we need to carry out summation of everything. So we need to sum up everything that we have done in order for we to arrive at the final answer. So remember the rules of addition. This is what we're going to do. Now when we have this one, since there is nothing under, we're going to bring the 1 down to this point. Now when we have 1 plus 1, according to the rules of addition, 1 plus 1 is going to give us 0 with a carry of 1. So we're going to add that 1 at this point. So if you notice, there's a little mark with a purple ink that indicates the carry 1. So once you add the carry 1 to this part, we're going to have 1. So it's going to be 1 plus 1 plus 1. And when you do that, you're going to have 1 with a carry of 1. So we write down 1, and then we have another carry of 1. So we've indicated it with the little purple color that there's a carry 1. So by the time we say 1 plus 1 plus 0 plus 1, that is going to give us 1. So it means we're going to have 3 1s, right? So we're going to have 1. So we're going to have 1 with a carry of 1. So this little mark of the purple color indicates that we have a carry of 1. So we say 1 plus 1 plus 0. So that is going to give us 1 plus 1. We're going to have 0 with a carry of 1. Don't forget, we're going to have 0 with a carry of 1. So once you have 0 with a carry of 1, this is the carry. Right? We've indicated it that there's a carry at this point. So we say 1 plus 1, we're going to have 0 with a carry of 1. So we have the carry of 1. Since there is nothing at this point, it means the carry of 1, we're going to bring it down. That's why we got 1 at this point. So the final answer is going to be 1 0 0 1 1 0 1. So this is the final answer. Now how do we check if what we have done is correct? All we need to do is to know the equivalent of this binary in decimal, which is this. This is 11. The decimal equivalent of this binary is 7. So that we've done at this point. So the next thing we need to do is, so let's multiply this. Let's say 11 multiplied by 7. We're going to get 7 multiplied by 1 is 7. 7 multiplied by 1 is 7. So we're going to get 77. So this is pretty very straightforward, like what we do in everyday arithmetic. So in this case, this makes it very easy. Now, since we know in representing 77 in binary, it means the highest power is going to be 6. So it's going to be 2 raised to the power 6, 2 raised to the power 5, 2 raised to the power 4, 2 raised to the power 3, 2 raised to the power 2, 2 raised to the power 1, and 2 raised to the power 0. So that we're going to get 64, 32, 16, 8, 4, 2, and 1. So what that means is that for 77, we're going to have 64 is going to be present, 32 and 16 is going to be absent, 8 is going to be present, 4 is going to be present, 2 is going to be absent, 1 is going to be present. Now if you sum everything up together, 64 plus 8 plus 4 plus 1 is going to give us 77. So it means 77 is equivalent to this value, which is 1001101, which is equivalent to this value. It means what you have done is correct. So I want to encourage you to pay attention to the subsequent videos in this channel. Alright then, enjoy this video. Bye.